What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. This is a bit of a different video here, as my friend and I, Keenan, are testing out a drone. This is a DJI Fly Mini 2 drone. As you can see, we got a little bit too close to Keenan there. So to tell you about this drone, I've had it for about 5 to 6 months. For the most part, here in Saskatchewan, it gets pretty wintry out here. I didn't want to test it out right away, as temperatures were cold, got to minus 40. As you can see here, we're testing out some of the footage here. This is actually the first time we started doing footage testing, as we tried to do this before. As you can see, my friend Keenan is I'm letting him test the drone out himself, as we did try to do this last time. The last flight, I did not have a proper SD card for it, micro SD to be exact, but for the most part, the footage turned out pretty well. And as you can see, we're testing out some of the movement of the drone. I did clip out some edits just so, we keep it kind of nice and smooth. For the most part, we did just do movement practice and see how well the drone does. As you can see, it is very stable for a day that was very windy. It was windy. But for the most part, as you can see, Keenan, he started recording these kids. I don't think they really noticed or anything, because they were so high. The drone was so high up that it gets to the point where you don't hear the sound. So it is pretty good for that matter. As you can see, the drone flies pretty high and it flies pretty fast. Yeah, there's so much to this drone. For the most part, this is just surface level, because you can just see the drone flying itself, but there's a lot to it that comes into play. With the DJI Fly Mini 2 controller, it is very, very compact, and all you really need to do is just have your controller, connect it, and have the DJI app in your phone. Now, you see the footage through the phone while you're recording. Most of it you can do with or without recording. Yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to teach him how to land it properly, as when we first started, it was a disaster. We did not know how to put it down. We tried to use tutorials. In the end, we just kind of had to wing it. We couldn't really, at the time it was sunset. But today it's just, it was a perfect day to try out. Yeah, as you can see, it turns its camera back up when it's landing. Now, it's relatively smooth. It didn't look smooth there. That was just because the wind was kind of pushing it to a certain angle. Here's some more footage of the drone. You see, it's pretty far. It can go way farther than this, but, the park that we were in was relatively medium-sized, and it wasn't the largest land area. As you can tell, I did some research just to do this drone footage, and for the most part, it was very cool. It was very different. You don't get to see areas up high like this unless you're in a plane or a helicopter. You see those two cars over there? That's actually where Keenan and I parked. So it got pretty far. It's a bit of a lengthy walk. Not that far, but it was pretty cool to see. We tried our best not to go into residential areas, as as per law, we're not supposed to hover over on top of private property for the most part. So that's pretty much why we picked parks. If you're looking to buy a drone or something of that sort, please look through your government laws in regards to drones. At least with Canadian law, licensing is based on grams, and how heavy it weighs. Anything under 250 does not require a license, but 250 and above is requiring a license. Mine is under 250, so I was able to fly this without any need of certification or licensing of that sort. Alright, I'm just gonna shut my mouth and you guys can just watch this footage for the most part. Yeah, and that concludes our little drone footage test. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.